Greyman! 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 Holy YouTube video, Greyman!
Greymaniacs gather! I've got some more comics. What a surprise. When will it end? When I've completed all the comics that I want, that's when it ends, or I die. One of them, whatever comes first. But you know what it's like, you always add more comics to the collection or more comics to the wants list. Right, so I went to Free Comic Book Day at a place in space in Croydon. I picked up some free comics and some mystery packs, but I've shown them on a Patreon video, so you can't watch that because you're not a Patreon. Unless you are a Patreon, in which case you can watch it. If you are a Patreon, you get access to all my Patreon exclusive videos, all 26 of them that I've done so far. Ooh, isn't that exciting? Right, so this is just, right, they also, when they do Place in Space, when they do Free Comic Book Day, they also do half price on back issues as well. So I picked up a few to sell on to my mate. So that kind of that's kind of half paid for this haul, so that's nice. And also Lisa's dad gave me a bit of money, so yeah, it's free comics really. They're all free comics because I never really paid for them. You can say it like that. Right, so this is so it's got £4 on the front, but it's only cost me £2. So it's a gold key comic. Boris Karloff, Tales of Mystery. Within the monster's death grip, the gladiator was reborn. This is not a run I'm particularly after, but when you see them going for a couple of quid, happy to pick those up. Another one. One of you died last night. Which one was it? And there's an interesting painted cover there. 3 people cowering as a giant figure looms over them. I don't know, the figure of death may be coming to claim one of them. Yes, it's possible. And then we have the Mind Monster, a creature as terrifyingly real as the hatred that spawned it. There you go. Seems like it's emerging from it looks like an Iron Maiden, a medieval torture device. This Mind Monster is emerging from it. So maybe it was someone who was tortured to death by an Iron Maiden, and their hatred has become like a physical, spectral form. Right, I also picked up a few war comics. Again, cheap. This one's only £2, but half price it was only £1. This gun's all that's left from my tank. Fire! I can't. You're not high enough. So they're literally holding. Is that even possible? Would it still fire? I don't know. Would the concussive force of the shell being fired not break all them? I don't know. Wouldn't do him any good, would it? I'm sure it would smart somewhat. Right, here's a GI Combat featuring the Haunted Tank. I think that was the Haunted Tank as well. Yeah, that was the Haunted Tank, yeah. We're floating out of range of the Kraut's cannon fire, but right into the muzzles of those waiting tanks. And on top of that, they're on a blinking ice floe on a frozen river that looks like it's or a lake that's about to, yeah. Choose your method of death, I think. Drown, freeze, or get blown up by tanks. Right, this is a nice 10 centre. This one was £8 normal price. I got it for 4. I'm not too sure what era. I'm guessing it's early 60s. Himmel! Is that a ghost ship or an Americana fool attacking my 1942 Messerschmitt with a 1917 Spad? Ghost ship of 2 wars. A 3-part battle tale. And that is a good cover. I think that's an awesome cover. Right, another All-American Men of War. I think that last one, was that not All-American Men of War? Was that another GI Combat? Yeah, All-American Men of War. I used to have heard of All-American Men of War, actually. So this might be a title that maybe changed its name or stopped and another title took over. I'm not too sure. I think I heard of Men of War, but that was a later series. Battleship Battleheart, starring Johnny Cloud. All American men of war. If I stop fighting to open my chute, I'll be blasted. And we've got parachutes on the wheel for cover slingers, a future show. And I reckon, even though his parachute is not open, we know that his parachute is in that pack, and he even mentions his parachute. So I think that's a definite contender for Parachute Week when it comes to doing it. Right, this one I've not seen before, and it cost me £1. It's an Aquaman special, Spirit and Flesh. So happy to pick that up for £1. Well, this one is a cover buy, it cost me £2. And I'm sure Cap or someone has shown it on Cover Slingers before. I think it's an anthology. I'm guessing it's like a horror tales. It's a Marvel weirdness, bizarre adventures. Not for kiddies, we mean it. We mean it. Special Hate the Holidays issue. There's a rather creepy skeletal Santa Claus. That's just a great cover. So I really bought it just for the cover, and I'm thinking it's a horror anthology from 1982. Distributed by Marvel Entertainment Group. I don't think I've seen that before on a corner box. Right, the rest of the haul is all Conan. Well, no, more or less all Conan. Let's go to the one that isn't a Conan. This is a really low grade Action Comics. It's got wet at some point, but I needed it for my run. I wonder if I could soak it. Nah, it's not worth it. I haven't got a press. You can soak it and then press it, and you know it'll come out nicely. But it only cost me 50p, and the pages aren't stuck together. It's a little bit crinkly. You can see it's a bit stained. But yeah, I need this for my run. It's 50p. It cost me. Action Comics $5.39. Gifford and Giordano cover. Not the greatest cover, I don't think, but right, and the rest. I'm getting close to finishing my Conan run. I've probably got, I don't know, maybe 30 more to go, which isn't bad out of a 250 odd run. Mostly though, it's the low numbers that I need. I don't envisage ever actually getting the full run. You never know. You never know. If I live long enough, maybe I will. Right, so I've got number 19. This cost me £4. And then a little jump to 108. This cover's really familiar. I'm sure I've got this one, but I looked at it, was on my list as still being needed, and it wasn't on my list as being in my box, so I must need it. I've picked it up anyway. Right, number 173. Uh, 225, Blinded by the Elixir of Darkness. This one, left to die in a prison filled with ravenous rats. It's a Mignola cover. Shout out to Matilda. She loves a bit of Mignola. Again, another Mignola cover. Serpent of Dreams. $2.38. When a Legend Dies. And the last one in this little haul. In this issue, The Return of Zula, the mighty swordsman and sorcerer. And also featuring Red Sonja. So there's Zula, Sonja and Conan. Walking down a cavern of some description. A tunnel. Maybe they're looking for some trolls. Right. That's it. That's it for this little free comic book day half price haul. Some nice ones there. Yeah. Apparently they're keeping the half price going for till next weekend. If anyone wants to PayPal me a huge amount of money so I can go and use it to buy some more comics, then feel free to. But I'm not envisaging that being the case. I'm also not going to put this video up just yet. I'm going to wait till I've got a batch of comics coming in the post. Once I've got those, I'll make a video. I'll add them to the end of this video. Alright, so now I've got this package to show you. I've opened it but not opened it. Ooh, nice. Let's start off with the one at the bottom here. It's Eerie number 12. So I'm guessing that's quite early then. If it's anything like that, if this is not a different run of Eerie, then I'm guessing it's in the 60s. Maybe it's a later run. It's a 40 centre. I can't remember how much my birthday Eerie cost, but I've got a feeling that this might be before, that must be 68 or something. 67? I don't know. Illustrated horror awaits you in these haunted pages. And look at that awesome mummy cover. That is totally kick bottom. I think you'll agree. Totally kick bottom. I'm going to quickly look at the date. Because I want to see what year it is. Oh, it's got a bit of a, oh god, it's got a bit of a knock at the bottom here. That's a real shame, that is. It's got a real chunk out of it at the bottom. I didn't see that in the pictures. Never mind, that's, what year is it? It's 1967. Look, it's got a big massive chunk out of the bottom. Did not notice that at all. Someone's had a good chunk, big chunk on that. That's a real pity, that is. Never mind. Mind you, I probably got it a lot cheaper than it would have been. Yeah. I think I got it a lot cheaper than I would have done if it hadn't been, that chunk hadn't been missing. But I'll be able to read all the stories, and I've got that fabulous cover, so can't complain. Lucky I'm not a condition freak, eh? What have I got in here? What have I got in here, I wonder? Seeing good stuff so far. Got a nice old Detective Comics, number 439. 100 pager. Look at that, Night of the Stalker. Nice. Great stuff. I've been out today. Me and Lisa recorded the second one of our haunted pub crawls. That's another 100-page beauty. The House of Mystery 224. Do you dare enter the House of Mystery? No sheer fear. No dead man's lucky scarf. Night Stalker in Slim City. Plus Kane's Games. House of Endless Years. Beware Room 13. And Claws of Death. Look at that beauty. Ah yeah, gaze upon it in wonder. You know you love it. Yes you do. Feel free to feel jealous because I've got it. Right, this is another one I didn't know about. It's a special. Some of the DC Bronze Age horrors, they did specials of them. So you had the series, plus you had the special. I picked up a Ghost special a little while back. And this is a Secrets of a Haunted House special. More pulse-pounding pages than ever. Secret of Haunted House special. All new chillers. 5 fear-filled features, including Ghost Writers and Uncle Dan's Demon. There we have an interesting scene. An Edwardian gentleman, maybe? A Victorian gentleman, not too sure. And a twisted green figure lurking above, looking ready to pounce. Silhouetted in the moonlight. Or is it silhouetted under the moon silhouette? I don't know. It's surrounded by the moon silhouette. How do you do that? Right, a Great Witching Hour cover. Another Bronze Age beauty. Here's shout out to Naaman. It's a wedding cover. I suppose you could call it a wedding cover. The tradition of throwing out the bouquet to the bridesmaids and the assaulted women in residence. It looks like this skeletal creature is about to catch the bouquet, which means they're going to get married next. Doesn't seem like a direct threat to the bride and groom. And the groom's smiling. The groom looks happy. Is that groom? Is he not seeing the same as her, or is he a sinister chap? Right, got a nice Action Comics 311. Bah! The gifts your country sent me will not win any favours. Now that I am ruler of the world, my first command is that every nation replace its flag with a Superman flag like this one, featuring Superman, King of Earth. Oh dear. What did they say about, is it ultimate power? Power corrupts and unlimited power corrupts unlimitedly or something like that. Ultimately, I don't know, supremely, I don't know, some word. Yes, so it looks like he's been corrupted by his own power and become megalomaniac. I'm sure it's probably Red K or something. Right, oh, lovely. Extra, a great 2-part novel, Superman. Folks, your kids will love my toys. Superman himself will admit that buying them is legal. Toyman is right, but every time he winds one up, I am forced to do exactly what the toy does. Ooh. Sale Super Toys, guaranteed to work on Superman, I'll double your money back. It's 0 hour for Superman when he faces the terrible Toyman. The terrible Toyman. It's a lovely cover. Nice condition comic as well. But I just dropped one on the floor. This is one that I need for my run. This is a run I'm finding hard to get because you don't see them a great deal. They're quite old. And this is probably the best condition one I've got. I think every other one of these I've got is terrible state. I think I've got one with George Washington on it and someone's drawn a Hitler moustache on him. But it's Rip Hunter Time Master. On to your execution, evil wizard. No, no, Rip is innocent. Help him, someone. There you go, Rip Hunter about to be executed. And some medieval executioner is about to lop off his head on the chopping block there. These are good comics, aren't they? These are good comics, aren't they? Oh, another adventure. Oh, this is Adventure Comics. Featuring the menace of Superboy's father. I've trapped you, Superboy. You did away with my son Clark Kent, but now I'll have my revenge. Dad! Don't you remember? I am Clark, and you're killing me with that deadly kryptonite. Also introducing the Lone Wolf Legionnaire. Is this the first appearance of Timberwolf? Could be, as he was called Lone Wolf back in the day, before he changed his name to Timberwolf. That's a lovely one. There's another lovely one. I've forgotten all the ones that I had coming actually. This is all superb. Action Comics featuring Superman against the toughest kids in the world in the Kryptonite Rumble. It looks like the Skulls gang have surrounded him and they're all clutching kryptonite rocks. Uh-oh. Things are not looking good for our hero. Looking good for me though, because I've just bought a lovely comic. This one I think I bought to sell on to my mate, because I've already got this one. Either that or he sent it to me by accident. But I know I've got this already, so I can sell this to my mate. That's cool. We can't free Superman. He's been turned to solid rock that won't even chip. He's dead. No, I'm alive, but doomed to remain the Man of Stone forever. Featuring the petrified Superman. And I'm pretty sure I've got this one because I remember this cover distinctly. Right, here's one I've not seen before. It's Adele. Ghost stories. Aye! Strange tales you must not believe. I think I may have just found the title for this whole video. That is a cool title. I might put that as the title for this video. But don't quote me on it, but at the moment, it's speaking to me. Ooh, a nice House of Secrets again, 113. A man carrying a coffin while 2 kids lurk under the bridge, seemingly afraid of being caught by this coffin-carrying creeper. That was my own alliteration I just added there. They should have got me to do alliteration for some of these comic books. I'll be a natural. Right, this next lot are loose inside another pack. I think he was going to charge me more postage because it was heavy. He said, oh, unless you want me to send them loose, no covers. And yeah, I do, that's fine by me. Right, shout out to Roger. I've seen this, I thought this was the kind of thing that Roger's probably, I know he did a video just recently, I think it was like the history of electronics, something. No, it wasn't history, it was something to do with electronics, but this is obviously a more recent run. His ones are all like 30s and 40s and stuff. This is a Radio Shack, presents the history of electronics, 111 years on planet Earth. Compliments of the Radio Shack division of Tandy Corp. I just thought that would be cool. because I actually got a history of aviation a little while back, and I thought it was quite a good read actually. I enjoyed it, and so this only cost me £1. So it's like, yeah, I'll have that for £1. Why not? So educational. That's what it is. Educational. I could never get enough education in my life. Right, and here's another one. I think I need this one. Either I need this one or I've got it to sell on to my mate. I think it's one I need myself actually. It's a more recent. When I say it's more recent, it's like 80s. I think this one. The most astounding team up of all. Ready, Luthor? Together we can defeat these villains. Right, Superman, we're a team now, both sworn to fight for justice. That doesn't sound right. Don't trust Luthor, that's what I'm saying. Extra, you demanded his return, so here he is, the new Airwave. And quick quiz question, who is the new Airwave? He shares a name with another superhero from DC, because he's his nephew, I believe. I think he's his nephew. Yeah, I think he is. Basically, this Airwave's name is Hal Jordan, because he is the nephew of Green Lantern Hal Jordan. Ooh, isn't that an interesting fact? Oh, I've got Elvira's House of Mystery. There is nothing wrong with your set. This is our special Sideways issue. 5 fright-filled fantasies. Okay. So does that mean that all the stories are read this way? It's interesting. We control the horizontal. We control the vertical. Right, this one I think I've got. It's a more later edition of Black Hawk. It's a Gil Kane cover. But I wanted it because of the War Wheel. I didn't realise the War Wheel originated in Black Hawk. I thought War Wheel was like an apocalyptic device. But looking from what I've seen more recently, I think Black Hawk was where the War Wheel first came to being, first was invented. Okay, did I remember ordering this one? Did I order it? I must have done. Yeah, I must have done. I think these were going cheap, and I thought, yeah, I'll have them because they're cheap. And like I don't have many of those, so I'm happy to get these. This is my first issue of Turok, Son of Stone. The honker that would not die. the honker that would not die. That sounds like a fart that you just can't waft away, doesn't it? Ah, oh, that honker won't die, man. Oh, it's hours later and I can still smell it. The honker that would not die. Do these dinosaurs make a honking noise? Is that why they're called honkers? I don't know, but Turok, Son of Stone. I mean, to be honest, Turok could have just left it, like, could have just stayed on land and let the poor blinking thing honk away, you know, rather than jumping in and killing it. But this series, I do have one other comic book of this, and I've never really seen them anywhere in the wild or anything. But this is Dagar the Invincible, another Whitman. Dagar, Tales of Sword and Sorcery. Moonlight stirs a monstrous glob into a devouring demon. Nice covers, nice painted covers on the Turok and on this one. Just real cool comic covers. It's another bit of alliteration for you there. This is a great haul. Got so many good comics to read. Right. Weird War Tales, or should I say, the mystery and madness of Weird War Tales. This is number 83. I think some Nazis are being chased by some vampires. Oh yeah. They're about to dine on kraut blood. Right, here's another Weird War, number 91. 4 shock stories from the dawn of time to after Doomsday. And this time it looks like some GIs are getting accosted by the psychic powers of perhaps a Japanese psychic. He looks slightly Japanese, could be wrong. But thinking about who the enemies were of the Americans during the war and the conflicts they fought, they did have a big campaign in the Pacific against the Japanese. So I'm guessing this is some kind of Japanese mind master. Right, getting towards the end. Right. Another Weird War Tale. The Creature Commandos. Gasp! Is that our new recruit? Revealed at last the most shocking secret of World War II. Yeah, it's got some more Creature Commandos, but they're a bit pricey now, so I wouldn't mind having all the Creature Commandos, but they've gone up because of the upcoming movie or cartoon. So I think I'll leave the others for now until they go down in price again. Right. foolish me, I seem to have decided to start on a new run of something. I know there's only about 7 in this lot, and I think Mark has got number 1 in his boxes that he's been selling at the marts, so I think I'll take number 1 off him as part of my wages for next mart that I help him with. Right, there's a kid in the White House and an assassin at large. Prez, first team president. Is it true, Mr. President, that you are meeting the Revolutionary General in a fight to the death? Yes, if he has the guts. Sharpshooter! What? He's going to deal with a Revolutionary General by fighting into the death, and someone else is trying to assassinate him. If only Trump had tried that in his time, as you know. But I don't think that's a good way of any American president to deal with world problems. They're a bit soft. I wouldn't trust any American president to be a good fighter. They're too old. You need a young, tougher president if you're going to engage in death duels to decide on world politics. That's all I'm saying. But here's a Superman. I've definitely got this one, so this is one I want to sell on to my mate. It's Superman number 333. Go fly kite, Superman. This am job for Bizarro. Only me can save Lois Lane. And lastly, we have another House of Mystery. It's a cool cover. This guy is a moth collector. What's it called? Lepidopterist, is it? A collector of moths and butterflies? I think it is. I could be wrong. And yeah, I think he may have annoyed the moth gods or something, or some kind of moth spirit, because he looks like he's about to be stuck with a pin and, you know, pinned to a board in a collection somewhere. It's not going to end well for him by the looks of it. It's not going to be good. So there you go, and on the back we've got another adventure for the Ready Rangers. That's it, that is my comics for another month. I won't be getting any more till next month because I got a free comic book day lot haul. Oh, you already saw that on this video, and this one, that's more than enough comics for 1 month. I won't be buying any more until the comic mart next month. So cheers for watching, and until next time, have a great amazing day, and may all your news be good news. Have a great amazing day. I'll have a great amazing day. Have a great amazing day. I hope you have a great amazing day.